Any of you part of the LCC? Any part of the LCC London Cycling Campaign? Any of you?
No, you're not on the boundary.
Any of you?
None of you are on boundary roads.
Any of you're part of the LCC?
It's my case.
Illegal road sign? Illegal road sign? Illegal road sign? LCC? Calm down. Stop illegal road sign. Part of the LCC, are you? Part of the LCC London Cycling Campaign? They're illegal road signs who live, do as we say, not as we do. We're our house party. 1984 animal. Have your house party? Have your house party increased? Are any of you disabled? Any of you disabled? Any of you?
You aren't? You can shout very clearly.
I can. Am I disabled? Any of you disabled?
These people are getting violent.
Any of you disabled?
People are aggressive.
Any of you disabled? No, you're not.
I haven't seen any aggression.
On your way.
You're going to die one day. You're going to die one day. One day you're going to die.
Any of you disabled? Anybody need district nursing? House price increase? The LCC house price increase? Live on Essex Road? Live on Essex Road? Live on Essex Road? Do you have to breathe the traffic in all day?
How has it made a positive impact on the borough?
More people are walking around,
That's not
cycling. There are
visibly, you can see that. Okay, so will you walk to the side of the road with me and count how many cars you can see and how many cyclists?
Because you won't see a lot of cyclists around here.
Should we do that?
No, exactly.
Why is it right? Right. So technically, if more people are walking and using a pedal bike, and there's a tube strike, surely we should see an increase of people cycling.
So I live on near Fields.
No. Yes or no?
Yes, but actually,
So why
you
not?
do on the cycle route. So if you
Do we not have a cycle route here? I live on Liverpool Road, where a cycle lane has been
and
implemented.
it's fantastic.
Is it? How many deaths of cyclists were on Liverpool Road prior to the cycle lane being implemented? Because I can tell you how many have happened since the cycle lane has been
I
implemented.
can cycle safely along Liverpool
Oh, can
Road.
you?
Yes.
Can you? Well, I'm glad you can, because I can't get out of my vehicle with my child, myself, or my dog. Something has gone down.
I live on Liverpool Road. I completely agree.
But because you can cycle what you think is more safety, when I have seen more deaths of cyclists and help cyclists up off the road in the cycle lane.
Have you not seen Essex Road? Have you not seen Essex Road?
No, because I don't use it.
It's backed
And
up
I
all
said
the
I'm
way.
sympathetic to them.
It's backed up all the way down all day long.
It's that I am using public transport more. I am
So do we.
bicycles.
So do we.
Hopefully more people will do that.
Did you use your car? Use your car. You guys don't pay road tax. You have an mechanic. My gosh, my time. No.
You got some kind of
No, you benefit the roads that are actually doing it.
But you're okay on your LTN, yes.
Because our house price has increased. Where do you live then? What road then? Say the road. Oh, is it not part of the LTN?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well,
I'll check
So
that
why do you
out.
support them then?
Because I think it's a good idea.
Do you drive?
And I feel that
Do you drive?
hardly ever on the LTN to change the because of all the traffic, and I think it is
So what about the disabled people then?
I think it's there are teething troubles with the
Teething? This has begun on 22 months. And how about
the council are never very quick to react.
and how
So
about
I
the
think it is important to
how about the
for disabled
how about the false the false
I live on a boundary road. We're choking to death with extra pollution. And listen, and these LTN. Listen,
But that's what causes
can you listen to
I think
me?
LTNs are a good idea.
No, because they're forcing traffic onto the boundary.
Yes, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
takes a nuisance pollution, doesn't it?
People need to get out of their cars.
But what if they can't?
So God forbid anything untoward happened later on in your life, for instance, that you may need district nurses to attend, you may need to get a taxi to and from a hospital, and you want to take it to your door. So for instance, you break a foot, okay, touch wood, doesn't happen, but then you get a taxi from your home, from the hospital to your home. The taxi driver gets to where you live and he's like, no, I can't go through that because, one, I'm going to get a fine. Two, it's a longer route around. And then what do you say then? It's okay because I like what's been installed out in my area.
Well, I suppose I could say I'll pay the fee for you.
What, the £80 traffic fine? You would pay it for the driver?
If it was absolutely necessary.
Really? Really? That's your answer?
I don't know. You're giving me a hypothetical.
Because this is what happens in real life. This is what happens in real life.
Exactly.
But I think you can get into every house in the area.
Via a long convoluted route, while sitting with all the other traffic that has been pushed onto these high traffic neighbourhoods and these nuisance pollution roads.
But as I understand it, on balance, it hasn't actually increased the traffic. Are you reading
Highbury's withdrawn impact statement that the council withdrawn because it's full of lies?
I haven't read
Do you want me to read it to you? Do you want me to read all the lies that the council said in Highbury? Would you like me to read it to you? No. I'll show you. It's from the council. Shall I read it to you?
Why are you saying it's lies then?
Oh, because the council have said it is. Shall I read it to you? The council have actually said it is. The impact assessment they sent out to everyone in Highbury. There was a 43 reduction in through traffic, 42% reduction in traffic on boundary roads and Hollow Road. Loads of others. Speeding's gone down. Loads of cycling.
I've read the whole report.
It was full of lies because basically the council have said, our response following independent audit of the interim report undertaken in February 22, the independent data of Hollow Road is found to be unprecedentedly poor quality data. Poor quality data.
Where did you find that?
Where did I find it? Because it's called freedom of information. The beauty of the freedom of information that the Blair government gave, because this council lies to you and you don't even know it.
I'd like to see that.
Send me your email. I'll send it to you.
No, I'm not going to do that.
This lady would like to speak.
Okay, yeah. Okay. And how about some more? Here we go. In conclusion, your complaint against the council has been partially upheld because of the vast amount of incorrect data they sent to people in Highbury. That is it. And then they say, this is from Ayanda Collins, interim head of transport projects at People Friendly Streets. The council have lied and lied and lied and lied, and you've all bought it. You've all bought it.
Well, I read the report.
What report? So it's lies, sir. Look, I'm telling you, sir. Please, it's full of lies.
It'll be on their website. It'll be on their website.
Those of you who are against these so-called lovely low traffic neighbourhoods, can you just come up to this town hall here, please? Keep right up to here.
Do it.
Come on, keep on coming. Come on down. The price is right. Come on. Rest in peace, Leslie Crowther. Come on. More. Smallest at the front. You know it works. Come on. Hello, Vic. Oh, we do with this one. Come on. Keep going. More. Spread out to the sides. See the LTN people. Push them away. In theory. Keep on coming. Come on, more of you. More. In. More. Come on. In. Squeeze yourself in. Okay. Come on. At the back there. Come on, get in. We need a picture. Come on. All right. Come on. In. Right. Whoa. Hello. How about that then? Right. There you go. There's your picture. This is the face of Islington here. The face of Islington that have been ignored. Joan, come on. Over. Joan, come on. Don, get up the front there, please. Come on, John. Up. All right, get up there, please. Quick. Oh, come on, Joan. Hang on. 1 second. All right. Beep. Mine out of the way. Mind it back. All right, get the brakes on. Oh, look at us and our picture taken. No, it's not about that. It's about that I go in there in a minute and I stand in that council chamber and I call every single one of them councillors out who ain't listening to none of you. The emails have been sent. The emails are sent. Oh, please answer. I can't get my kids to a disabled centre. I can't do this. I can't do that. Do they answer you? Do they answer you? No. No, they don't. You know why? Because they don't care what you lot think. Because they think that you lot, come mate, are going to go, oh, are you? They don't. You know what? You ain't. They're not Labour. None of them are Labour in there. Not one of them. Not one of them.
Very socialist.
Very socialist. Very much champagne socialist. Very much champagne socialist. Million pound houses, you know. They are Labour. They're not Labour. Now the thing is, this is where it gets to the point. We have stood here, protested on the road, done demonstrations, you know, stood for election, done all that. I've done it all. This is it now for me. It's down after tonight. It's down to you guys. It's down to every single one of you who can vote, that you go and register yourself to get vote, register. You make sure that you are on the electoral roll, so I'll come May, that you can go and vote, because you know what? That is your power, and I've told it many, many times, that is your power. Councillor Rakia Ishmael, please. Councillor, Rakia, please. Councillor, please. Councillor. I'll come to you in a second, So, this is where it all becomes...
Kevin!
Getting right on my nerves. Right, this is where it all becomes. This is it. I've done what I've said I've done. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to give it to them with this 11,000 petition. And you know what they reckon they're going to do? Debate it amongst themselves. They all like it. They all like it. So what are they going to say? Oh, we like it. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Now, this young lady next to me is a former mayor of this borough. Now, being a mayor of this borough, you're up there, you know? You get to wear the chains and all that, you're a mayor of this borough. And guess what? She was a Labour mayor, okay? Now, you mob, like we've had to say, put your signs down, give us 5 minutes. Now, this young lady here, right? This young lady was a Labour mayor of this borough, a Labour mayor. And guess what? Do you know how crap Labour were? That she decided to cross the floor and become Islington's only Conservative councillor in this borough. You know why? And you know why? Because she knew what them bunch of crooks in there were doing. The cartel in that tunnel. And that's what they are, a cartel. They're a cartel. They're all amongst themselves and they're for themselves. Islington Labour for the few and not the many. And the few are the few people on the outskirts of your use lot. You're the many, you are the many, they are the few, and that's who the council represents. Now I'm going to hand you over to the lovely Councillor Rakia Ishmael. Let us say a few words. You're welcome.
Thank you so much for coming up to Islington Town Hall this evening at full council. We will be debating. But who are we debating? The few. Only 40 plus councillors going to make a decision about your lives. And that is what's happening tonight. And that's what we should, all together, the many of Islington residents, young, old, disabled, indifferent, we need to show them the way out and for them out. They have taken far too long for our vote for granted, particularly the black ethnic minority, particularly the Muslim community and the British white community. And it's your voice that matters tonight and matters May the 5th. Please remember, what happens, why I left Labour is because no one is even deciding decisions. They're too busy with their mobiles, and by the time the decision's gone, it's gone. Only 8 people decide in Islington, and that's the cabinet. The rest just follow like cows, and you need to make sure that May the 5th they are out and out and out for good. Thank you.
There we go. They just follow like cows or sheep. Right, hello Bex, how are we? So this is, you know, this is what it's all about. You've decided to come out. Thank the Lord, He's not raining on us. You know, this is the beauty of this democracy that we have in this borough. Why am I feeling this sign, guy? I don't know. This is.
Just 1 second. This sign they holding there.
Oh yeah. So this is a lie, and it's a legal road sign. Anyway, we'll come to that. But you guys, it's all down to you. It's all down to you. Anyone want to come and talk to me about how bad it is? Anyone? Anyone? I'll be nice. Who wants to tell me how crap their journeys, how crap their life has become because the council shut the road outside their house. Or here we go. Hello, my love. What's your name? Naomi, come over here, Naomi. Gonna hold my sponge. Stop the tension. There we go. Naomi, go on.
So the LTN on my road is, I live literally behind the town hall. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm now actually scared to just walk on my pavement because now mopeds and motorbikes are deciding that instead of going through them and getting a ticket, they're going to ride on the pavement. I have a child with additional needs, and I'm not the only parent in Islington that has a child with disabilities, additional needs. That even just taking my child now, just what was a 10-minute journey to respite, so that me and her dad get a rest, and she equally gets a rest but has fun within that rest. It was a 10-minute journey. It's now 30 to 40 minutes. Now, she is in the back of a car trying to process, why am I still in this car? I should be there by now, which then brings on what we call a meltdown, which in itself, in a car, is dangerous. I understand people want to ride bikes, but then if they're going to ride bikes, then there should be more laws for them as well.
Very true, very true. Can I just ask you that over in this corner, how about you listen to some of the stories? How about you listen to some of the stories that people are telling? Listen, use your ears and listen. Now, you're speaking for yourself, but I'll guarantee you, I've had emails, messages from many people along the same lines, exactly you. Now, this council thing where they give you a dispensation because disabled, does it work?
I haven't got it.
Sorry? Say that again?
I haven't got a blue badge because not all applications for badges, for DLA, for this, for that, not all of them get accepted. And then you have to appeal, and then you have to go to court. It's not that simple. You can fill in the 40 pages of a form and you can tell them your child can't do this, or any disabled person that has gone through this, filling in those forms. You're not automatically getting that badge. It takes 10 days for them just to process the paperwork. It takes another 10 days for them to, you know, maybe get back to you and say, well, this is how long it's going to take. You could be waiting months, and at the end of that month for them to say your application was unsuccessful. And I do know people with blue badges, but it only works, they're only exempt from the LTN, they're on their road. So how does that help anyone? Because yeah, they can get out of that road, but can't go anywhere else.
Very true, see? But this is the council here, I think in their infinite wisdom, with the people over here in this corner, the people at the back there think that that's acceptable. But suddenly, look what's happened. They've vanished, they've gone because they know that we're onto them. They know how wrong it is. They know how wrong it is. Anyone else want to tell us? Anyone else? It's your chance. Come on. You've heard enough from me over 22 months. I want some of you to come out and just say how it is. Say that you live on Essex Road. You can't open your windows. Come on, my love. Come on. 1 second. Hello, my lovely.
Hello.
What's your name?
I'm Michelle.
Where'd you come from, Michelle?
I live in Canterbury. Yeah, not all.
It is.
Woo! Canterbury, nice. I've got a bad heart and I have to call ambulances about once a month. My wait time has gone from 5 minutes to 40 minutes now to get to hospital as an emergency. I'm yet to speak to a paramedic that supports LTNs and who hasn't told me that it's made their life more difficult. And it's actually, it could be quite fatal, really. I now only go out twice a week because I just can't bear it. I can't bear sitting in the car for that long, and I've got no alternative. I mean, I'm told to cycle, look at me.
You know, before the dreaded Canterbury LTN, well, before they put all these things in this borough, how was it like getting out and about?
Well, it was fine.
Just normal. So, have you sent anything to the council? You asked any councillors?
Yes, I have, and instead of being listened to and solutions being made for the problems there are, I'm told how it's for the greater good and it will be better. Well, we're nearly 2 years on now. It's not better.
You know, who said this? Oh, Thornbury. Thornbury. Do you know the councillor's name?
Was it you as collateral damage? So one of the Canterbury councillors. Steve, come on then, Steve, just come on down, don't be afraid. Come on. Come on.
Tell you what,
Come on, go on.
I'll tell you how disgusting this is. My wife had a heart attack and we called the ambulance, and the ambulance said it could not get to us for 2 hours. We rang our GP and she said, I suggest you go yourself. I drive a cab, I'm a black cab driver. I then drove all the way to the hospital against every fucking LTN and every one-way system, wanted to get a ticket so that I could go to call and say that my wife was having a heart attack in the back of my cab. Did I get a ticket? No, because it weren't in their favour again. It's disgusting the way they are treating people, and I will be voting for Conservative for the first time in my life to get these fucking arseholes out of there!
Well, there you go, how about that one then, eh? Right, Philippa. I'm here. Huh? Are we going to talk over this? Or should I come up closer? Let's come up the back. Let me come up to the front with the mic. Here we go. Illegal roadside.
Hello everybody.
So this is Philippa. She's from the Democracy Service of the Council. Very, really good. Absolutely mustard council staff. Well worth what you guys pay in the council tax.
How embarrassing, thank you. Very, well, you know, I'm not normally
You
used
do
to
a good
public
job.
speaking.
I think you do. Go on then.
So I know that there was a lot of shouts of COVID. Sorry.
Stand by.
So I know that there was a lot of shouts just now about COVID being over, but unfortunately we are governed by the council's health and safety team, who say that we still want to do 1 metre plus social distancing to make sure everyone is safe. That does mean that we can let 18 people into the public gallery plus Jody into the chamber because he's presenting the petition. So I don't know how numbers are made up here of people who are pro and anti-LTNs, but we can split that down the middle if you want to identify 9 and 9.
Those of you may not have heard, so just... Alright. Hello, Councillor Russell. Hello, how are you? Councillor Russell, everybody? Did you want to speak to me? No? Okay. So, just to re-emphasise what has just been said there by Philippa, very nice Philippa. Basically, the government got rid of social distancing, you know, that went out the window, but yet the council, because it's got its own mindset, and you know, we are the bosses, and you are the, you know, you will listen to us. They are the ones who have said that it's a metre plus. Ooh. So instead of 2 arms length, it's 1 arm's length. So they're going to allow 18 people into the council chamber, and you get to witness the first bit really. And now I physically cannot say what 18 of you can go in, because you're all here for your own purposes, you're all here because it's affected you in certain ways. So I don't know how we're going to do this, but so what I will say is, those of you who can't come in or whatever, because this is a full council meeting, there will be a link provided for people that you can watch this at your leisure. Okay, you can watch this, you can watch it online. It's recorded forever, you know, because as I said before, you know, when you see them people, they do the petition to the government and it gets up to X amount, it gets debated in the House of Commons. What I'm doing tonight is of the same equivalent, but on the local basis. That's it, it's the same equivalent, that I am going in there and probably be your voice. I'm going to be the voice of what, 150 of you here, plus 2,000, you know, there's at least, it's just, I've got 2 minutes, yeah, out, and 11,000 signatures, so that's me, I've got 1 voice. Now, when you go in this chamber, it isn't all singing, all dancing, you know, that if you start heckling, because all that will happen is they'll just cut the mic, and they'll be like, no, you're talking over us, you will obey, and we'll just stop the meeting, and then it all descends into a farce, and then the police officers here will be asked to escort you all out of the town hall. Now, so I can't, what's the time? We've got like 10 minutes. I can't physically pick 18 people. I can't do that. Honestly, I can't. So I'll leave it amongst yourselves. You're all adults, you're all grown-ups, you've all been here long enough to decide how that progresses further. Now, just before I go in, there is a small hope. There is a small hope for all of you. There is a small hope, okay? This is all about, after this, it's all about an election, okay? It's all about the ballot box, the 5th of May, where you go and cast your vote. Now, the only party in this borough now that has said they will go against these LTNs is the Conservative Party, okay? Now, I know many of you may feel, okay, oh, can't vote for, can't do this, can't do that. You just have to remember this one thing, okay? In the general election that Boris won in 2018, there were mining villages that were decimated by Thatcher when she shut the mines. There were mining villages decimated, and there was people there in these mining villages and these working men's clubs who said, you know what, I'm never going to vote Labour, turn in my grave. But they wanted one thing in these villages up north. They wanted one thing in this red wall. They wanted Brexit, okay? That's what they wanted. And they made sure they got it because they voted for someone who said they will deliver it, okay? And because this person said they'd deliver it, they got elected, ergo, they got what they wanted, okay? So that is what happens in elections. I know... okay, I'm coming, just let me finish, please. So, the thing is, I know some of you may think we can't... Yeah, well, we're having 9 then, so hold hard. We're having 9, Philip, we're having 9 at least, okay? So, I'm going to go in now, and I'm going to hand you over to some Conservatives here. They are here, they are in the crowd, okay? Please don't be afraid of them, you know, they're not going to eat you, they're not going to eat your children, nothing like that, okay? They're just normal people, but you can ask them, grill them, say to them, what will you do for us? And then you can make your mind up. And I know some of you may feel we can't do it, but it's called you vote for what you want, because if you don't vote for what you want, you're going to get what you're given now, and what you're given now, none you like. So there's your choices, okay? Right, I'm going to go in this chamber. I can't pick 9 of you. I will just let whoever wants to speak to Philippa. Well, just remember, it is stairs. I don't know if the lift's working, but it is a bit, it's quite boring. I'm going to ask the council, Philippa, can I have some leaflets with the link on, please? Okay, have we got links? Yeah, so links will be distributed. I'm going to... Oh, brilliant. Is that...
Send that to the council website.
Yeah, but we need the one to the meeting tonight. Can I have the meeting for tonight? Right, I need to hand this over now to Mr. Harry Nugent, who is part of the Islington Conservative Party. Just ask the questions. They're here, they're there. Come over. Ask them. Ask the questions, grill them, find out if, you know, ask them. That's what it's all about. It's democracy. Ask them, and if you like what they say, you know to vote for and tell your friends. Right, I'm going in. Ciao, Bella.
Give it to Aaron.
Hello guys, listen, I'm not going to take up much of your time. We've got a simple choice. In May, we could either keep these guys out. We've got no choice. These guys are killing Islington.
Yes.
We will get rid of the LTN.
How are you going to get rid of it?
How? Yeah. We can vote. Second we win, we can vote.
And they will be gone. Is that
They
a
will.
guarantee?
We have to win, and we need people support. There's different wards. We have St Mary's introduced the most recent LTN, right? I'm standing with Bex and Will in St Mary's and St James's. If we get in, we will get rid of the LTN. That applies to every other ward, because they are going to introduce more LTNs across the whole of Islington.
Don't get the majority.
We will, when we get in, we will get rid of the LTNs.
Right, well,
We do. We have to have a majority. That's why we need everyone here across Islington to tell their mates, tell their family.
Harry, we get to call for wards. Vote for us in the wards. Vote in the wards.
I know. I know.
I come in with my cab, it now takes me an hour and a half to
And
get
it's
down
wrong.
the bleeding road.
Exactly, it's
So
wrong.
they need to be gone. They shut Cross Street.
This is what this council has
They
done.
shut Cross Street.
I know.
They was going to shut Gaskin Street until they realised that they couldn't get into the flat.
Put your question over, sir.
So now it's 20 minutes to do half a mile. These people in here have not got a clue. I personally had enough of it up to here. I've got a wife that's had a heart problem, as I've already said, that I had to take her to hospital. And anybody here that's ever driven with your partner having a heart attack, it's a nightmare. It has got to stop. And if you guarantee, I guarantee all these people to vote.
Yeah. As I say, if Islington Surfers get in, we will get rid of the LTNs. We do, you're right. We need a majority. That's why we need everybody from across Islington to back us.
Thanks very much, you know what? Thank you. Down to you guys, this is happening.
Go on, Joe.
They can feel the anger now. They can feel it. And when they're sitting there saying, oh, we knocked on doors and all that, we know it happened. Any of you had a door knocked? Nobody knocked on the door. Exactly, right? All what I hear about not being knocked on the door, they don't knock on doors, but they're just saying it. And they didn't like it. They said they're clapping like seals. They'll go, oh. And they did look like clapping like seals.
That's what I heard it.
Yeah, and the thing is now, it doesn't.
More bullshit from the high in there.
There we go. But the mayor graciously allowed them to have longer. I did the start off where I sort of called them all out, and I just told them, I said, look at you, look at you all, backslapping. You know, that's what they think. They think it's because when you live in a bubble and no one says what you're doing is wrong, but they fail to underestimate it. They think that because 15 people turned up and went, oh, it's all good. Because in their own heads, you know, they think that they believe their own hype. That's it. They simply believe. Yeah. And then when you say, Spider-Man's come to save us. Oh God, Spider-Man! Oh, he's dropped it. Oh, you don't. But that's the simple fact of the matter. Now, it's down to you guys. The Tories are here tonight. You've heard them. You've got their leaflets. I know some of you may not think they're good or whatever, but it's local people today. It's got to be done. It's local people. You've got to hold your nose. Sometimes you just think, you know what? If you don't,
for the better good.
It's for the greater good. Because if you don't, you know, they're going to carry on. And they're sitting there saying, oh, we're going to look at main roads now. It's like, are you nuts?
That's a softening.
I don't know what they're going to do on main roads.
Jody, they're going to close Old Street and Clerkenwell Road. I was at a meeting in here in 2019 with Claudia Webb. Right, and I'm turning around and telling you all now, and there's no doubt about this.
Yeah, no, I've heard that.
When the Old Street remodelling is finished, which is supposed to be October this year, it won't be, it'll be later, but it's supposed to be October this year, I'm turning around and telling you now, they are going to close Old Street and Clerkenwell Road to buses and cycles only. I'm telling you, make no mistake about it.
Well,
can you imagine the amount of grief that's going to cause?
You know what she said?
And they will do it.
You know, like people disabled, you get mobility, yeah? So you can go to get mobility, you put your high disability exemption and you get a car.
Always get freaking mobility.
Fair enough, but what they're looking for now, they want to get mobility so you can get a bike. I know, but it's your choice that's been taken away. Your choice to wake up in the morning and think, this is what I need to do today. Oh fuck, I can't because I've got a long convoluted route around. Or even now, like if I think I'm going out, I'll walk through all this to get black cabs so I don't have to be choked around the hours. It costs me more. You know, when I'm coming home and like stop me here because I'm thinking, but I'm able-bodied, I'm healthy, you know, the only thing it affects me is it annoys me. But there's people, and you've all told me who it affects most of you, and that's why it's all happened. You know, that's why we've done all this. I can't, now, it affects everyone, but it's now down to you guys. It's all down to you. It's called talking, word of mouth, and then when you get in that ballot box, you think, you know what?
Trying to get to work and earn money.
That's your power, and you know what? You might be lucky, you might get one in, and just see one of them go in the Gazette go, oh look who's been voted out. Ha ha! Because then your vote works. It does work, voting, it does work. It does work. It worked up north, the red label wall, he smashed it.
And it worked when I called out Stephen Hitchin in the chamber, and he called me a liar, and then I'd actually had the evidence. And he got escorted out by the police. You see, he apologised to me.
There's no choice. It's Labour, keep them. Tories,
get rid of
them.
Can't be no worse.
We have no choice.
Can't be no worse. If you don't vote, if you vote for them, Labour, and you don't vote for them,
just come out there.
Or just vote, or if you don't even vote at all,
of lies.
they will do more and more and more and more and more. And then you basically
knocking on people's doors to console.
Exactly, but and you also vote for what you get what you vote for. At the end of the day, it's as simple as that. I watched Alistair Campbell, right? He does say it on the BBC iPlayer, player and that, and he said about the Iraq War protests, right? 1 million people. He said, but for every one person that turned up, 3 people thought the same thing. So, and we've been to demos, 1,000 people plus. So then you had every one person's another 3, because some people just, I know, I can count on my hands and toes how many people couldn't come, but they would love to because they just can't. But they still, you know, that's it. There's people who've been here, every single one of them. It doesn't matter, but it's how many, you know, that you can influence. And it's just talking. When you're saying, oh, then someone goes to you, like the plumber turns up, it's been terrible today. Yeah? Of course it's been terrible, tell them. And then they think, oh, yeah, they're right, you know. Yeah, it took me, no, I've only been able to do 2 jobs today, or it's a nightmare parking, nightmare trying to get here. Where's your house? Oh, or they go to you, sorry, I can't service you anymore because it's too much of a ball ache to just get to your house. You know, and that just goes for people who own them houses, even council staff. You know, the repairs, they ain't got time, they can't go through. They can't, and it's just simple, it affects everybody. But apart from these, it's just people who just live, you know, in these lovely, nice houses down St Peter's and all this, with their nice signs up, who don't give a damn about the people who live on the main road. Because I know people here who live on Essex Road and have day in, day out. Just walk down Essex Road today, look on the Facebook group where is it, I've got videos of it.
And make them suffer.
But the tradesmen also suffer. The tradesmen also suffer. So it's a really vicious circle. But when you're trying to work to keep the wheels of the economy turning, so we don't end up in recession.
If you live on the main road, you have no choice but to go out of your house. And
You open the door, traffic.
I live over there. When I leave my house, I'm on the main road. I breathe in fumes. I felt nauseous.
And you
I couldn't breathe. It was very toxic.
And you're breathing in more.
Anxiety 24/7.
Well, if I leave my house, yes.
But also,
if I stay home, I'm fine. Should I not be able to leave my home?
Yes, you should. But was you asked? Are you happy with taking your neighbour's traffic that would have passed down there a few
nobody
cars?
asked me nothing.
But you could have outside your house. Was you asked?
No.
No. But then they say they blame sat-nav and Waze. Come on, how long's sat-nav been about?
It's not about sat-nav.
That's what they're saying to you.
It's not even about sat-nav. If I leave my house, I'm on the main road, I can't breathe once I leave my house.
What main road?
Just there. Past the traffic lights, yes, that's where I live.
So it's all funneled past you now?
If I leave my house and I come out of my gate and I walk on the main road, which is next door to my house, I can't breathe. I was literally choking the other day.
Because you know what the thing is?
Yeah.
So anyone who lives down past Essex Road
And
needs to
also
get petrol.
Liverpool Road as well.
Who needs to get petrol. Used to be able to cut up Florence, Cross Street, and all that. Now, Cannon Road, Cannabis Square, so they're all running past your house.
What it is
absolutely bonkers.
Once summer comes and all your windows are open.
What it is
Well, you won't be able to
also,
open it.
I haven't got a choice because I actually live off the main road. That is my road. I have no other choice. I can't go here, there, or everywhere. I leave my house. That's my exit. And when I leave my house, I'm choking on fumes with right here. I literally
You've had your rights basically taken away from you because you weren't able to make a decision.
Well done, all of you guys. You know, well
so what are you going to do for everybody else?
No, it's nothing. It's you guys. You all turned up. You all took the time to come. And, you know, at least there was a lot of you that started, a lot of you stayed, but it's just you guys. Well done, you. And now, no, I'm joking. No. Done that, been there, done that. No, this is 22 months since I've done this. 22 months. Janice will tell you, she's been there at the start. 22 months before, when I stood on that bench and said what this council were doing was a load of old cobblers. 22 months I've done this, 22 months. And now, you know what? I've done everything I said I would. Done demonstration, stood for election, got voted, done the votes, done the count, done all that, took 380 votes, done a petition, delivered it again, called them out, and now I can't do any more than what I've done now. Set up a Facebook group so people can be aware of what they do. It's all down to you guys, and that's simply okay. And you vote for what you get what you vote for. And if you want to be in a borough that you're not having division, you're not having people who are very self-centred with their nice signs road open to, because it isn't open to. It's just a travesty that some people get a road that's full of traffic and some don't. When before, we all shared the burden. And they say about a climate emergency, well, what about the planes flying over your head? What about that? The planes that fly over your head to Heathrow and all that, who's moaning about them? There ain't no LTNs up there. So they're all sitting in these lovely squares. Oh, it's nice, in the big jumbo.
Hey, Joe, what about these massive double-decker buses pumping out fumes day after day in the roads?
Empty buses.
Yeah, so what's all that about?
Well, what do you mean, what's it all about? Just empty buses that no one gets on, because who wants to sit on a bus that don't go anywhere? Who does? Who wants to? No one. And then you've got the tube strikers today. I've got them today, the tube strikers. He was like, I said, what do you think about Mayor Khan? Oh, he's an RMT picket. What do you think about Mayor Khan? What do you mean? I said, well, you're on a picket, he's a Labour mayor. Oh, well, he's in charge of TfL, he can change this, he's the chairman of it, he doesn't want to. And I said, what do you think about him funding this active cycling for people? You know? And I said, so why should the government, you ask the government for money when people are going, oh, I need to get on a bus or a tube, I can ride a bike. Which means the buses become for the less well off, the less affluent, because if you look in any bike shop that sells these bikes up and down, it's £1,000 plus, £1,000. Them ones with the box, £5,000. They're £5,000. Them ones you see with the box with the two kids in the front, £5,000.
Does that include the kids?
It's just bonkers. But who has that when you can, you're less well off, and you can scrape 300 quid and get a second-hand car to do what you need to do? You know? Safer School Street, another travesty. The only safest School Street is a bollard, they pull up out the ground, or a lollipop lady. Because, you know, I've seen them. Cars drive through, knock the kids down, oh, sorry, oh, I've got a ticket now. No. Bollard stops the car, kids are safe. Bollard goes down, bollard goes up. That's what it needs to be. But it's all money. Consultation, like the interim monitoring reports, full of riddled with lies. That they've had to then go and bloody use your money to do another one, to justify their lies. It's nuts. Digging up bollards with your money to move them 10 yards. With your money. We've got kids in poverty in this borough and they're moaning because they can find money to dig up bollards, they can find money to cut trees that are blocking their cameras. That is it. It's just, you know, because it's going to make them ready. It's making them ready, and it's a disgrace, it's disgusting, and I'm done. But thank you very much.
Don't forget, get your friends, your neighbours, your family, local leaders, shift their arms, and get out and vote. That's what they like.